Hello, passengers, and welcome to the Midnight Train, America's second favorite podcast, where we bring the dark to light, where history never dies, and where listener discretion is always advised. We dive into, make fun of, and joke about the creepy and unsolved mysteries of the world, all while bringing you as much information on each topic as possible. Yeah, we are kind of a comedy podcast, so we try to keep things kind of light when we talk about things that are pretty dark, and we do, in fact, talk about a lot of dark things, like last episode. Oof. So if you're not into that, listen, no hard feelings. But if you are, and you're just as twisted and messed up as we are, well, thanks for being here. Thanks for giving us a chance. And welcome aboard. I am your host, the conductor of the cryptic, Jonathan Sayer, and with me, of course, in the co-host chairs, the one, the only, it's Mr. Moody.
Yeah, I refrained from swearing for almost a minute.
You did. Now you
58
can.
58 seconds.
Now you can.
Fuck.
There it is.
Fucking hell, man.
There it is. Hey.
It feels good.
Feel better? You got it?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, loose. Good. I'm loose now.
Good. So listen, we're going to save most of the business stuff until the end like we normally try to do here. This is a kind of a surprise episode for Mr. Moody over here.
Yeah. I don't know. I have no idea what it is.
You have zero ideas, correct?
No, I don't.
Good.
I have no clue.
Also, make sure to join our Patreon, become a first-class passenger, and, you can get all kinds of stuff like talking about, did O.J. Simpson actually do the murders? Or his son, excuse me, I guess both. Did one or the other, or did they do it together, or whatever? We talk about that over there, as well as a plethora, if you will, of other bonus material and content. So get over there. It's the themidnighttrainpodcast.com. I brain farted out. Or go to the page or patreon.com/the Midnight Train Podcast. And and that's it. Sign up, become a first-class passenger, a pooper, if you will. Support the show. Get the bonuses. It's like $5. It's not a lot of money, but listen, I know it is for a lot of people too. So don't feel like you have to do it. Yes, help feed Moody's children, because as we discussed last time, without you guys, they're not going to eat. So
no, not at all.
So just saying,
my children die of starvation. Yeah. It's all your fault.
Yes. So it's all all your fault out there, listeners. But but if you can, cool. If not, just let people know about the show. That's super cool to us as well. And just keep coming back and listening. All right. So keep the rest of the stuff to the end. Let's just jump into this crazy thing. Let's turn down the lights.
Yeah.
Adjust our seats.
All right.
Grab a drink. And let's get, I'm going to surprise you. But anyway, here's a toast to all you beautiful motherfuckers.
Nah, it didn't do anything.
I hear nothing.
Fucking lame. What the fuck are you ham-fisting over there?
Water.
Really? You fucking going with water?
Yes, I'm going with water.
I'm a little disappointed, I'm not gonna lie.
I know. I'm trying to get healthier, if you will.
Why?
It's got some things going on.
What, do you want to live longer for some reason? Yeah. What the hell's the matter with you?
I know, right? Okay, so over the course of my time as the host of this wonderful show, my friends and co-hosts have affectionately referred to me as a human EMP. It's a humorous way to describe what seems to be a strange and inexplicable phenomenon. Electronic devices and technology in general have a tendency to pretty much just fuck off, shut down, or even get destroyed when I am around. It's also, it's almost as if they're, succumbing to, some kind of invisible force field that I may emanate. Ooh. I've always wondered if this was just a running joke, if it was coincidence, or if there was something true to it. So I did some research.
Oh, man. All right.
And to see if we can get to the bottom of this. Okay. So first off, what is an EMP? Well, Moody.
Electromagnetic pulse.
Aha. Wikipedia describes it exactly like he just said. An electromagnetic pulse, or EMP, also referred to as a transient electromagnetic disturbance, or a TED. Yeah. Yeah, is a brief burst of electromagnetic energy. Yeah, I know, right? It's a brief burst of electromagnetic energy. The origin of an EMP can be natural or artificial and can occur as an electromagnetic field, as an electric field, as a magnetic field, or as a conducted electric current. Okay? The electromagnetic interference caused by an EMP can disrupt communications and damage electronic equipment. An EMP, such as a lightning strike, can physically damage objects such as buildings and aircraft. The management of EMP effects is a branch of electromagnetic compatibility engineering. Okay, the first recorded damage from an electromagnetic pulse came with the solar storm of August of 1859, or what they call the Carrington event. In modern warfare, weapons delivering a high-energy EMP pulse are designed to disrupt communications equipment. The computers needed to operate modern warplanes or even put the entire electrical network of a target country out of commission.
Very nice.
Right.
Okay.
So that's what the EMP is, as the definition, I guess you'd say.
All right.
So now, this is going to go all over the place, but it's interesting. So weird electrical phenomena happens in nature all the time. Okay. Some of them are far more rare than others. All right. So first on the list are these things called whistlers. Okay. You ever heard of a whistler? A whistler.
I mean, I've heard of like the firecrackers that they call whistlers.
No,
Never
not
heard
these.
I have no idea what you're.
Who was Whistler? It was a movie where a guy's name was Whistler.
It's Blade.
Yeah. It's his buddy. Yeah.
The other guy, it's Chris Christopherson.
Good job. Good job, buddy. You got that one.
Whistler.
So the whistlers.
It's actually pronounced Whistler.
Whistler. Also referred to as electromagnetic dawn chorus. Whistlers create an otherworldly sound that closely resembles the chirping of birds at dawn. These sounds are strangely reminiscent of early space rock bands such as Hawkwind, which is really,
dude, they're awesome.
I had no idea who that is. Yeah.
They're good. They're
Okay.
like early, like kind of like prog stoner.
Oh, cool.
Like that. Yeah, they're good. Good shit.
Have to check it out. So they are formed in the upper atmosphere during lightning discharges and can be picked up and recorded by radio enthusiasts using simple equipment. These intrepid radio amateurs, known as whistler hunters, often travel long distances to remote areas that are free from power lines and other electromagnetic interference to capture the best recordings. So it's kind of neat. So if you want to hear those kinds of things, you can also go on and you can look these things up on like YouTube or whatever. And it's insane. It's insane. To be honest, I wish I would have had it on here so you guys could hear what these things sound like.
Oh my God.
I know. These ethereal sounds have been, or just go listen to Hawkwind. There you go.
Yeah, I would recommend
There you
that.
go. So these ethereal sounds have been used by several music bands, including Pink Floyd, to create a unique aural landscape.
Makes sense.
Yeah. In particular, the instrumental track Cluster 1, featured on Pink Floyd's The Division Bell album, makes excellent use of these recordings to create a soundscape that is difficult to achieve with conventional instruments. Okay.
That is also a great album.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a big Floyd fan. No offense to anyone out there, whatever. It's just a little bit too like out there for me. And I listen to some weird shit. You know what I mean? Like what happened is my buddy Nate. What happened was, do they have an album called Animals?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, he made me listen to that one time, and it was like 8 hours of just like literal animals just chirping and hanging out.
That's a hard album. That's not a sit down and, unless you're fucking tripping balls, that's a hard one to listen to.
That's what I was assuming.
It's like straight through, kind of like. Oof.
Yeah, I was listening to that thing, and I'm just looking at him, going, "What are you doing?" Of course, he was probably high.
Tripping balls.
He's probably he's probably high. So now there's the Catatumbo lightning. Nestled at the mouth of the Catatumbo River in Venezuela lies a natural wonder that has fascinated the world for centuries.
I think I know what this is.
Yeah. So this marvel is none other.
Basically constant. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
It's called the Catatumbo lightning, also known as the everlasting storm. It is a storm that seems to never stop, with ceaseless lightning flashes illuminating the night sky for up to 10 hours each day. That's
fucking
awesome.
Crazy.
The Catatumbo lightning is not just an ordinary storm. It is a spectacle of epic proportions that generates many myths and legends among the native population. The storm is caused by a combination of flammable methane from the surrounding swamp and winds billowing from the Andes. That sounds horrible. Like, that's terrifying.
Yeah. Swamp gas, man.
Yeah. This creates a volatile environment that results in the incessant lightning strikes. Okay, so I mean, it literally 10 hours a day, dude.
I've heard of this, and I've seen pictures of it, and it's fucking insane.
Yeah,
like it's like,
pretty
imagine
incredible.
Like a picture, like a nice nighttime picture, like over the ocean or like over a nice bay or whatever, and then just like add in 150 fucking lightning strikes, and that's what it's fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's insane. So every night the lightning strikes up to an incredible 20,000 times.
Jesus,
painting the night sky with mesmerizing red-orange hues that are visible for miles around. The thunder accompanying the lightning is so intense that it can shake the ground beneath your feet. However, it is rarely heard from a distance as far as the Caribbean. Okay, so it's just it's kind of centrally located right there. This natural,
even weirder.
Yeah, it's so nuts. This natural phenomenon is not just one of the most beautiful sights in the world, but it has important scientific significance. So the Catatumbo lightning has been identified as the single most active replenisher of ozone into our atmosphere and has therefore been designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
That's fucking crazy.
That's awesome. Is that not?
Because it puts ozone back in the atmosphere.
Yeah, and it's constantly going.
Designated as a heritage site.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's awesome, dude.
So although the Catatumbo lightning has been present for centuries, it did cease. It actually stopped for 2 months in 2010. Yeah, this thing's been going on for centuries, people, and
imagine living there, and then
you're just constantly.
One day you're like,
it's awful quiet.
Huh?
What? Wait a minute. What the? Like you'd be freaking the fuck out.
Something's missing. What is?
And the last time it happened and it actually stopped was back in 1906.
So
over 100 years. Yes.
And then 2010.
And 10. So over 100 years, this thing's just, and then
so pretty much anyone that was there wasn't there when it happened the last time.
I would say, yeah.
New to everybody.
Right. So the native population breathed a sigh of relief when the storm once again resumed its nightly display, signaling that all was right with the world again. I mean, yeah, think about that. This is Venezuela. You've got this constant storm that you've literally known nothing but.
Yeah.
And then one day it's just like sunny outside. Like
it's gone. You're like, wait a minute here.
Is the world ending? So now there's these things called dirty thunderstorms.
Hey, all right.
So for years, scientists have been puzzling over the phenomenon of dirty thunderstorms, massive electrical storms that occur in the plume of a volcanic eruption. While there is still much debate over what exactly triggers these awe-inspiring displays of nature, many experts believe that particles of ice, dust, and debris rubbing against each other are responsible for generating the massive electrical charges that produce the striking and oddly hued lightning bolts coming out of there. Now, again, if you want to watch, this is super cool. If you go and look at like a volcano erupting, you can actually see inside of it. You can see lightning bolts going off. You know, it's just it's really cool. So again, Google it, folks, or maybe we'll post some links up for everybody so they can check it out. And although the plumes of ash emanating from the volcano seem to support this theory, they actually don't fully explain the bolts that emerge from the volcano's mouth. Okay, so they have an idea that that's what's causing it, but they're not. I mean, and it's not like you can get close enough to check it out. You know what I mean? So
if they had balls, they could.
Well, that's true. Yeah, most scientists don't have. Yeah. So in 2011,
get in there.
2011, there were numerous occurrences of dirty thunderstorms in Chile, and many brave individuals risked their lives to capture these incredible events on camera.
See, there you go. They got balls.
Yeah. Despite the fact that the temperature and density of the ash plume would suggest that any water present would be of no use in aiding the formation of lightning, scientists are still bewildered by these majestic and enigmatic storms. The elusive nature of dirty thunderstorms only adds to their allure, making them all the more beautiful and mysterious. So it's just crazy that these things, it exist. It just happens.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Then there is the cosmic ray visual phenomenon. Okay. So deep in the vast expanse of outer space, cosmic rays are born. These high energy particles travel for millions of years, traversing through the vast empty void before they finally collide with our planet. Once they hit our atmosphere, they become invisible to us, folks that live here. However, astronauts who venture out into unprotected space experience a strange and intriguing phenomenon when exposed to these rays. As they float.
Be careful when you're having unprotected space, though.
Yes. You've got to really watch yourself. This is when space rope would really come in handy for you.
I was just going to say.
Yeah, space rope. Yuri and a space rope would really be beneficial towards them. Spacerope.com, by the way, is coming. He told me, and he's going to have all kinds of cool stuff up there.
Nice. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Now, as they float through the darkness of space, astronauts witness a peculiar light that behaves in ways different from what they're used to seeing on the ground. Even with their eyes closed, they see spots, streaks, and clouds of light every few minutes. This visual phenomenon is not yet fully understood by scientists, again, but they have come to understand that cosmic rays travel at incredibly high speeds and pass through aircraft, through the astronauts' retinas, and back out into space again. So it's literally going completely through them.
So they're seeing light going through their fucking bodies.
Correct. Yeah.
That's fucking creepy.
Like your eyes are closed and this thing just goes right through you, and it goes so quickly that it's going through. I mean, it's literally going through the atoms of everything that are built. You know what I mean? Like ships and shit.
Like, you know what that reminds me of? Remember when we were doing the Tunguska event and they were talking about how little black holes like fly through matter and shit like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, absolutely. And which I fully
fucking crazy to think about, dude.
I lean more towards that one than just about anything else, to be honest with you, just because we don't know. You know what I mean?
But the other thing to think about is like, how the fuck does that affect the person in space? Like, we don't know that. Like,
well,
you've got fucking like light beams and rays of light just literally flying through your fucking body at the speed of light, bro.
Coming from places that we don't even know.
Yeah, we have no idea where it came from.
No idea where it's coming from. I mean, for all we know, it could be some
alien fart.
Exactly. Higher beings that are shooting shit at us. But these rays are not thought to be harmful. Their effects on the human body and mind are still being studied and researched. The intriguing nature of cosmic rays has captured the attention of scientists and space enthusiasts alike, and we continue to learn more about these mysterious particles that travel through the vastness of our universe. So yeah, we, because of our ozone and our atmosphere and everything, we don't see these things.
No.
They dissipate, they're gone, or even if they're still there, we just can't see them because of, everything around us. Out there, though, could you just imagine you're just trying to sleep?
I was just going to say, like, how does that affect your sleep?
I would assume it would have to wake you up if it hit. Now, I don't know how often these things happen. You know what I mean? Like it could be intermittent, but you're just laying there sleeping and all of a sudden just right through your eyeballs, Who the fuck turned on the light? Wait a minute. We're in space, So now there's a thing called a triboluminescence.
Oh, right. Triboluminescence.
Mm-hmm. Triboluminescence is a fascinating natural phenomenon that occurs when a crystalline substance is subjected to frictional force, such as rubbing, pulling, tearing, or crushing. Giggity, giggity. When this happens, an electrical current flows through the material, causing trapped gas molecules within the crystal to emit light. Although the exact mechanism...
a light fart?
Yeah.
Like farting light?
Yeah.
Traps gas and then it emits light.
Yeah.
It's like farting light. Yeah.
That's pretty much what it is.
I like it.
Although the exact mechanism behind this phenomenon remains a mystery, it has a wide range of practical applications in the modern world. One of the most significant uses of triboluminescence is in detecting structural stress in buildings and other structures. By observing
That's important.
It is very important. Yeah. By observing this phenomenon, engineers can detect signs of tension or stress in materials and take necessary measures to prevent the failures. So triboluminescence is also being explored as a potential tool for detecting stress in spacecraft, bridges, and dams. All good things that if we could, predict if something's going to happen to it.
The important things.
That don't crash and kill everything. So interestingly, our ancestors viewed triboluminescence in a much different light. No pun intended. For instance, Native American shamans used quartz crystals to fill ceremonial rattles that would emit a glowing and flashing light when shaken, which is amazing. This created a dramatic and powerful atmosphere during their rituals. Of course it did. They're back there.
Yeah, dude.
Like you're a shaman.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
No idea what's going on.
And you're trying to show everyone like, listen, I'm a shaman. I'm the guy. I talk to the heavens and I can do this. And all of a sudden you grab these rocks and it's like, everyone's like, oh,
fucking glowing and shit, dude.
Oh, shit. Like, so if you're curious about experiencing this phenomenon for yourselves out there, just try crushing some sugar cubes on a plate in a dark room. And you'll be able to witness the flashes of light that occur as a result
that's like,
of triboluminescence.
Remember when they used to have the fucking mints?
Mm-hmm.
And like you could, if you were like in the bathroom in the mirror and you like chew on the mint and kept your, you could see the little sparks. Is that
basically what it's got to be the same idea? Yeah, I would assume so.
Right.
Yeah, because I'm assuming those are probably like crystals of some sort, and those crystals when they hit it right there. Yeah. So so I mean, I haven't tried that yet, but I do want to try it. So, but that just
cool, man.
Who the fuck has sugar cubes in their house?
Something to do with the kids.
Yeah.
Something to do with your kids, man.
Yeah, go get some sugar cubes. I don't have sugar cubes.
Tell them your magic and be like, look what I can do.
Look what I can do.
Look what I can do.
So now this one, I'm probably going to screw the word up here. Oh no, it's easier than I thought. So sonoluminescence is a fascinating sonoluminescence. Okay. So before we had triboluminescence. This is sonoluminescence.
Is that sound? Has to do with sound?
Well, it's a fascinating phenomenon discovered by scientists in the 1930s while investigating naval sonar. A sound wave, there you go, travels through the water. They create an eerie blue glow and flashes of light that have left researchers intrigued for decades. I did not know that. I saw in movies and shit.
Sonar, like the actual sonar waves show up as light going through the water?
Correct.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah. So the reason behind this occurrence lies in the rapid expansion and contraction of small bubbles in the water, which generates an enormous buildup of energy. When these bubbles collapse, they produce high pressure and temperature that result in a sudden flash of light. Although the exact cause of this light emission is still debated, scientists believe that noble gases within the bubble are briefly ionized and they return to their normal state as the bubble begins to expand again. So again, it's kind of the same idea of the in space.
Farting light.
Yeah, it's just it's farting light. Yes, it's farting light. Yes. The water has fart bubbles.
So that's like you were saying the space thing. So instead of going through a person's skull, it's going through a bubble in the water.
At such a high, at a high temperature and so quickly that it's just causing this thing to go like for real, like just, So the pistol shrimp, you ever heard of one of those guys?
Yes, those things are badass.
They're badass. So it's actually capable of replicating this display of light.
Oh, I have seen that. I've seen that in videos.
So this little itty bitty guy, and there's literally no bigger than your finger. It can produce noises louder than a jet engine to shock its prey. So it will literally just it takes its claw or tail or something and it cracks.
The claw.
Just, right in the water and literally it just knocks them senseless. They're it's amazing to watch.
It's like a concussion grenade, basically.
Right. But that's not all. The pistol shrimp also uses sonoluminescence to produce high-pressure blue light bubbles that reach temperatures of up to 5,000 degrees Celsius.
Yep.
That's 8,500 degrees Fahrenheit for us dumb folk.
Yeah.
It's just crazy and showcases the incredible power of these little guys and its ability to stun its prey with both sound and light. I would like to look up if one of those things have ever hit a human or something.
Yes, it has. And it apparently is incredibly fucking painful.
It has to be.
Dude, I've seen videos of those things shattering fucking aquariums and stuff like that. People are feeding them or people keep them as pets.
It's just y'all can't keep me in here.
Shatters an aquarium, it's holy fuck.
You can't keep me in here. You know that, right? Dude, I know I'm a little shrimp. Watch this.
The videos of those things are fucking insane.
Yeah,
dude.
Do yourselves a favor and
you
actually
can hear
watch
it.
that.
You hear a little in the video or whatever. If you watch it, you can hear it. Sounds like a little click, but it's under the wall. Yeah.
And it's
crazy.
I'm talking.
You can find videos of it slowed down. You can see the fucking sound wave in the fucking water and stuff.
Yeah, that's insane. And the craziest part to me is that it has the water to deal with. So you have all that pressure down there. What could that thing do out of the water if it could live and breathe? You know what I mean? So next up,
if it didn't have the
water pushing
drag, I guess. Holding you back.
So next up on our list are Sprites. Okay, which is ironic that you're drinking a Pepsi.
I am.
I don't know why that's ironic. Anyway, so
Pepsi wait, it's not Sprite anymore, is it? It's Starry or something.
I don't know.
Right?
I don't drink that stuff. I can't do that. Yeah.
Me.
No. It's stomach shit, dude. It's not. Yeah.
Stomach.
Fuck off. So Sprites are fascinating natural phenomena that occur high in the atmosphere. They are massive, bright flashes of light that are usually red in color and can measure up to 50 kilometers or 30 miles across.
Jeez.
These enigmatic flashes are formed at an altitude of up to 80 kilometers or 50 miles and occur above thunderstorms. It's intriguing to note that Sprites are not a type of lightning, as they used to think, but are actually a type of plasma. They resemble fluorescent tube light bulbs and appear like large red jellyfish and fish and long jellyfish with long blue tentacles. Only the brightest Sprites are visible to the naked eye, making them a truly rare sight. Now, think about that for a second. We kind of know what these things are now. If you saw something like this back in the day and you didn't really know what that was, that could resemble something.
What the fuck?
Not of this world, right?
Right.
So although it is rare to see sprites photographed from ground level, there are many images captured from aircraft because aircraft appear, they're above them, and they see these things. Right. Despite being relatively harmless, there have been cases of damage to scientific equipment based, that were above the thunderstorms.
Yeah.
That they can only say that's what it had to have been. The most notable example was a NASA stratospheric balloon that inadvertently deposited its payload. Yeah.
Hey, this is one sexual ass episode, bro.
Science is sexy, bro.
Fucking dirty thunderstorms.
Yeah. So it deposited its payload after one of these bright flashes of light. In conclusion, sprites are a mesmerizing yet elusive natural phenomenon that continues to captivate scientists and enthusiasts alike. And they are pretty badass.
Okay. Yeah.
Next up,
pictures of those?
Yeah, they're awesome. Next up is ball lightning.
Ball lightning.
Ball lightning. Yes.
I know a ball lightning.
Lightning balls.
Yes. Balls of lightning.
That's right. So for centuries, there have been reports of a strange and elusive phenomenon known as ball lightning. These luminous orbs of varying sizes, from as small as a pea to literally as large as a bus. So a bus. They can get pretty fucking big. You were
going to say like a fucking beach ball or something.
No, a bus. They can be seen through
bus-sized ball of lightning.
Yeah,
that's fucking frightening.
Yeah, a little bit. And you could actually see these things during thunderstorms, hovering a few feet from their surroundings with a crackling, fizzing energy, which sounds terrifying. While they may seem harmless, some cases have been reported where they suddenly and explosively burst, leaving scientists baffled by their unpredictable nature. However, what truly sets ball lightning apart from other meteorological phenomena is a seemingly intelligent behavior. Yeah. Witnesses have reported seeing these glowing orbs enter buildings through doorways or windows, travel down corridors, and even avoid obstacles like tables, chairs, and humans. What? Yeah, like, dude.
Intelligent fucking lightning.
It's intelligent lightning, yeah. The strange awareness of their surroundings has led many people to speculate that ball lightning may be a, of course, paranormal or extraterrestrial phenomenon. Despite being dismissed by the scientific community for decades, ball lightning has only recently gained recognition as a real and mysterious occurrence. So science community says this thing does exist, but we don't know what the fuck it is. Yep. So in December of 2012, a group of scientists from Australia, hi to our Australian listeners out there, claimed to have conducted a study that could potentially unravel the mystery of ball lightning. The researchers shifted their focus towards the numerous reports of ball lightning forming near windows and proposed a theory. They suggested that charged particles accumulate on the outer surfaces of non-conducting materials after a lightning strike. The buildup of an electric field subsequently causes electrons to be pulled from the surrounding gases, resulting in the emission of photons and the formation of a glowing ball. Okay, makes sense? You guys got all that?
I'm looking up videos of ball lightning right now.
Oh yeah, you seen anything cool?
There's one. It says it's ball lightning, but it looks like almost like a fucking camera glare, but
like an orb.
I don't know. Yeah, it does. That's what it looks like.
So on the other hand, a study conducted in China has presented evidence that ball lightning may be formed from vaporized dirt. Members of a university in Lanzhou, by pure chance, recorded ball lightning being formed on camera and spectrographs after a typical lightning bolt struck the ground. Upon analysis, the spectrograph revealed that the ball lightning was composed of silicon, iron, and calcium, all components of something that's everywhere, soil. Soil.
Yeah.
My little halo. Oh, anyway, yeah, you like that? Mm-hmm. The theory is that silicon oxide in the soil is vaporized by the intense heat generated by a lightning strike, and then the vapor reacts with carbon from organic matter, leaving pure silicon vapor. This in turn reacts with oxygen in the air to form a glowing orb. So it's pretty neat. I don't know if anyone's ever seen one of those before, but
there's some cool videos that I'm watching. That I'm seeing right now. There's one like out of Colorado. It's like over the mountain, and there's like lightning coming down on either side of it. And it's just like this big, bright fucking ball of lightning, like crackling, like just like hovering. Like
that's insane. We'll make sure that we'll post up links and stuff for you guys.
I'll do it right now. I'll post it up right now.
Cool. So now we have St. Elmo's fire. Okay.
I could be a man in motion.
I can take the set of wheels and be on the future line and St. Elmo's fire. God, I love that song, by the way. Ooh.
John Parr, dude.
Burn it in me.
Yes.
I got to do it. Okay, sorry.
Fucking love that song.
It's hopefully going to be in your guys' head. And if you don't know that song, please go and find it and listen to that. That song is so good. Maybe I'll put it at the end of this episode. See what happens.
80s classic.
Oh, yeah. Bro. So St. Elmo's fire has been a phenomenon long known to sailors dating back as far as the time of Columbus. It is characterized by a bright blue or violet glow that surrounds ships during storms. The glow is brightest at the top of masts and often appears like blue flames flickering in the wind. That sounds amazing. Sailors of old believed this supernatural occurrence to be a good omen. They saw the sudden appearance of St. Elmo's fire as an answer to their prayers, a sign that their ordeal was coming to an end. After the glow appeared, the seas would eventually calm and the storm would subside. Surviving such harrowing experiences, sailors over the centuries have come to adopt the Italian saint as their personal guardian at sea. I guess that's St. Elmo's.
Okay. Yeah.
Either that or, the little dude from Sesame Street. I don't know.
Imagine him singing that song.
I can't even do whatever he does. Yeah. So thanks to science, we now understand the cause of this unearthly light. St. Elmo's fire is actually a type of plasma, again, similar to that found in neon light bulbs. A difference in voltage between the atmosphere and sea causes ionization of the gases that surround mass, which then glow. This phenomenon has also been observed on church steeples, the tips of airplane wings, frightening as fuck, and even on the horns of cattle.
Wow.
Can you imagine looking out in your farm like, yeah, I don't know, looks like a storm's coming. Looking out and you just see fucking your cattle with freaking blue flames coming off the top of their fucking heads. Oh, boy.
That'd be pretty
Actually, it
awesome.
sounds pretty amazing. Next up, we have auroras. Now, I'm sure most people know what these are. So auroras, undoubtedly the most awe-inspiring phenomenon, are enchanting light displays that grace the night sky. These natural spectacles, also known as the northern and southern lights, are named after the Roman goddess of dawn, Aurora. The curtains of auroras in the sky resemble, bless you, and bless you twice. In the sky.
I tried to get away from the microphone.
That's all right. So they basically resemble soft undulations and leave onlookers. People go to certain parts of the world to see these damn things.
Iceland, bro.
Yeah. So the most common color witnessed is a bright green, which is it's probably amazing to see. But other colors like red, pink, yellow, and blue, which is the rarest, by the way, have also been seen by people.
Blue is the rarest?
Yeah, it's the rarest, yeah. So the process behind this celestial beauty involves the release of charged particle from the sun's atmosphere, which collide with gas particles in the Earth's atmosphere. The color of the aurora depends on the type of gas that is being bombarded. These particles are generally deflected by the Earth's magnetic field, but the magnetic field is weaker at the polar regions. Okay, so that's why you kind of see those there. This is why the most spectacular auroras occur in these regions. As some of the particles manage to penetrate the magnetic field, the resulting display is nothing. I mean, it's beautiful. It's amazing. I've seen them in videos and stuff like that, but I've never.
There's times where you can see it from where we're at, depending on what's going on. It's always like you'll see it every once in a while in the news. It'll be like you can. Depending on where you are in Ohio, like if you're up by the lake and stuff,
I have heard that before. Yeah,
you can see it. You can catch glimpses of it. It's not super bright like it is, like up north, like I said, like Iceland and stuff like that. Like even parts of Canada, like up north in Canada. But you can catch it a little bit. Yeah, no, I've heard about that. You can actually see those around like certain spots around here. But I guess Iceland is like the place to go, right? Yeah, apparently they have some really. You can see it like up there, like Iceland and like all those Nordic, yeah, like all those kind of areas. Yeah. But like northern Canada is like really good for it too, I guess, up by the obviously by the Arctic Circle and shit, like super. The closer you get up there, the better it's going to be. So auroras have been a source of fascination for centuries, and many myths and legends surround them. One of the most popular beliefs is that they are the spirits of the dead and should therefore be respected. For centuries, red auroras have been considered omens of war and were sighted just before the outbreak of the French Revolution. Oh, yeah. Okay. They're like, oh, this is what did it all.
There's red shit in the sky. Kill everyone.
Oh my.
Sorry. So now
okay.
Let's talk about street light interference phenomenon.
Okay.
Street light interference, also known as high voltage syndrome, is a phenomenon where individuals claim to have the ability to turn street lights or outside building security lights on or off when passing near them. Now,
they're called fucking motion sensors, bro. Look what I can do.
Holy
the light
shit.
goes on.
Now, I am going to say something here, and you guys know that I am not a conspiracy theorist. I try to side on the cognitive thinking, always have. This is something that's happened to me ever since I was a kid, and I'm not lying. I swear on everything. I would be in the car, and it's not like I can control it. I'm just saying I would be looking up at a light, a street light, and it would just go out. And it's happened. I've had one trip one time where I think like 4 or 5 went out. It was a longer trip, obviously, but 4 or 5 of them went out. So it's super, and I'm sure it's just coincidental. I'm sure it is. But this is an entire theory based on that. So according to believers of street light interference, or SLI, they experience this phenomenon regularly with specific lamps and street lights, and more often than would be expected by chance. However, despite claims and anecdotes about SLI, no scientific experiment has ever been demonstrated to show that it actually exists. And individuals who claim to have this ability have been unable to reproduce the effect on demand. So the term, yeah, right. The term streetlight interference was coined by Hilary Evans, an author who was a proponent of paranormal phenomenon. Okay, so it's kind of like, and then you start talking about paranormal stuff, and I'm like, you know what I mean? So in his 1993 book here, so I guess Hillary is actually a dude, titled the SLI Effect. I actually have an uncle named Hillary.
Yeah? Uncle Hillary, huh?
Uncle Hillary, yeah. So in his book, SLI Effect, Evans describes a fascinating yet mysterious phenomenon that he calls, again, streetlight interference, or SLI. According to Evans, this phenomenon is based on claims by many people who believe that they can, in fact, cause street lamps to go out involuntarily and typically spontaneously. Evans notes that this effect is not consistent with our current knowledge of how people interact with the physical world.
I don't believe it.
Evans coined the term.
Like some fucking Uncle Fester shit right there, bro.
So he coined the term. Yeah. He coined the term slider, SLI, and then like all caps and then DER. And this is something you can look up online if you guys ever want to look and see what these people who belong to like slider groups and stuff. It refers to someone who allegedly causes this effect. He cites Slider's claims of being able to extinguish a row of sodium vapor lamps in sequence, which with each one going out as the witnesses, they get closer to it. The closer they get, the more they go out. While some proponents believe that static electricity or some kind of energy or whatever is being emitted by the human body, and that's what's responsible for SLI, others claim that it's caused by individuals possessing psychic or psychokinetic, abilities. Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, I could kind of get maybe behind the giving off a weird energy, fucking with things, because I mean,
we're all made of energy.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's what we do. That's who we are. I mean, our bodies create energy.
Pretty much every living thing gives off energy.
Right.
It's just like, so I could see that. Like, it's just people's bodies are different. Somebody might, you might give off more energy than somebody else.
Right.
Who knows, man?
So
might be a better conductor than me. The only way we're going to find that out is to hook each other up to fucking electricity and see what happens. Right?
It's going to be like the witch trials. Well, if he dies, he's not a witch. If he dies from this, well, we know he doesn't have this SLI thing. So
right, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
So the exact cause again of this phenomenon remains unexplained, and further research is necessary, obviously, to understand it. So in an article published in Skeptical Inquirer, author Massimo Polidoro has examined the claims of streetlight interference and found them to be mere examples of correlation that do not necessarily imply causation. Happenstance. Polidoro attributes the phenomenon to confirmation bias, where people tend to notice when a nearby streetlight turns on or off rather than when it turns on or off at a distance, or when a streetlight stays on and steady, just constantly on in any distance. So He goes on to say that he explains that the streetlights of the high pressure sodium type bulbs have a failure mode called cycling, which causes them to turn off.
Yeah.
But actually they turn on and off more frequently as they start to die out. Which I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That's yeah. So according to a high pressure sodium engineer at General Electric, this guy, that's what his job. SLI is a combination of coincidence and wishful thinking. Polidoro emphasizes that the least likely possibility is a paranormal phenomenon.
Agreed. Okay. And I love that kind of shit. You know that.
Right. So now, the following comes from, and I told you I went down a weird ass. The following information comes from thegoddesscircle.net.
Thegoddesscircle.net. Okie dokie. I can't wait to hear this.
And honestly, this is why I didn't want to drink during this episode, because it's so, I have to be sober when I'm talking about this. Because if not, I'm be like, this is fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, so all right. Everything is made of energy, ourselves included, as we just discussed.
That's what we were just saying, yeah.
Have you ever wondered what happens when there are heightened levels of energy in the human body? Do you know where this energy goes and how it influences the world around us? Well, there are certain individuals known as electric people, or the SL sliders.
I fucking pay them every month.
Yeah. Dude, my electric bill freaking jumped up, by the way. It sucks.
I was talking to my buddy today. He was telling me about it. He lives in an apartment and he lives alone. It's just him by himself. And he was telling me about how this dude moved in with him, right? He's like, my fucking electric bill went up like $12. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, it was like $37 a month. I'm like, bro,
shut up.
I'm like, and you're pissed off about that? Like,
shut up. Dude. Yeah. Mine is, yes. Yeah. Especially with all
$7 a month.
The equipment in here and everything else, dude. It's ridiculous. So I've been turning stuff off a lot more recently. So, basically these people have the power to influence electronics. The phenomenon is known as, again, streetlight interference, and is a common effect of these high energy individuals. Interestingly, this phenomenon is even more heightened when the person has even more erratic or intense energy. This can occur after a traumatic experience, when dealing with increased stress. Hello.
Did we just figure this out?
Dude, I'm telling you, heightened emotions or a major life event. The energy,
you 100%.
That's every day of my fucking life.
I know.
So the energy these individuals possess is truly fascinating, and its impact on the world around us is something worth exploring. So signs that you may be a high energy electric person or a slider.
Oh, dude. Are you a fucking slider?
I mean,
let's check them off. We'll go down the list. Let's see. What do we got?
Let's see. 1, you can't wear watches as they are drained or stop working within a few hours or days if you are wearing one. Okay,
Is this true for you?
I've got my watch on right now, and let me see where it's at right now. I have no idea how to even see that, so I don't give a shit.
Off to a good start.
Okay, so 70%, and I've had this thing on all day.
Oh, so that's not bad.
Okay, it's not bad, yeah. And it's an Apple Watch. Apple Watch. So,
yeah.
Okay. 2, you have issues with metals.
Do you?
I've never really, I don't even know what that means. Any kind of
allergies to them? Like you wear anything like that, or
like aluminum foil just rubs me the wrong way? Like I don't, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, like like when you wear gold, does it turn green on you?
Oh, well, like cheap shit, but I think that's just people's.
But I mean, do you have any like silver bother you or anything like that?
It has to be like surgical steel or something like that. I can't wear anything like that because then it gets all weird, infected and shit.
Right, so maybe we'll call that. We'll check. We'll file that in the maybe category.
Right. Number 3, light bulbs and street lights are affected by you. This can be anything from fluctuating light to going out completely or bursting. And I just explained that has happened to me again.
We'll call that a maybe.
Could be happenstance. Here you go. Computers, cell phones, websites, and electronics in general are something you have major issues with. This can be anything from freeze ups, batteries losing charge, things not recording for you, or the internet just stopped working.
Yeah.
Constantly happens to me, dude.
Yeah.
Let's see. Next 5.
It's fucked up. I guarantee you we're going to have to re-record this episode.
It just goes, dude, what if it just went out right now? They'd be fucking wild. Holy shit.
There's your proof right there.
Yeah. Number 5, issues with anything magnetic. I don't really have an issue with anything like that. Irregular heartbeat. I do have that, but I just think that's because I'm a human being. You know, every now and then my heart will literally like palpitate. And I've been checked. Everything's cool. No, everything's cool.
They say that.
Now, are you ready for this though? Number 7, higher psychic ability. Yeah, brother. Yep.
Are you telling me that you have a high psychic ability?
I knew you were going to ask that.
Oh, wow. He does,
No,
dude.
no, I do not. I do
How
not.
many fingers am I holding up below my computer right
Just
now?
the one, buddy, and that's all it takes. So no, I don't. Let's see. Very sensitive to energy. I can definitely.
You were right, by
I
the
was
way.
right. I knew it. I do vibe off people, man. Like I can read people really well. And I think this is just me growing up being a cynical fuck my entire life. But like I can read somebody when they walk in. I'm not saying it's their energy, but I can tell if someone's going to be a dick, if someone like right off the rip. And dude, I tell everybody all the time.
There's no way, because we would have never become friends then.
Yeah, but you're my kind of dick. It's a big difference.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right. That works.
But I do. I can actually do that where like someone will walk like into the bar or whatever. I'll walk in and I'll just see him. And I'm like,
boy.
He's a dick. What do you mean? He's a dick. I don't know. But I think that's just me growing up and being able to kind of like just watch people's mannerisms and stuff.
I feel like I have a pretty good, I feel like I can get a pretty good read on people as well the same way. Like I don't,
Right.
I think so. Oddly enough, I think that has to do with me and you both being in the fucking restaurant business. The amount of people you see, the amount of people you have to deal with,
and
just,
knowing
like, being around
what a certain
and like
type
sales,
of person
you were
is.
in sales,
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
So you've had sales jobs, being around people all the time like that, dealing with customers, dealing with different people. Like you can get a pretty good feel for how someone's going to be right away.
But I also think too that you and I are both like we're how do I put it?
Sexy.
Well, we are sexy for sure. But I feel like people that are like overtly trusting and like the outgoing, like oh my god, loves everybody kind of person.
Yeah.
They're the ones that get fucked over because they don't sense that kind of stuff from people. Where us being skeptics and kind of off-putting, you know what I mean? We're kind of like, I don't need friends, and you kind of suck. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
As I sit in my house doing.
No, you're right. You're 100% right.
Yeah. Number 9, when your energy is heightened, you may have a hard time calming down. This can lead to increased heart rate, feelings of energy pulsating, and being unsure of how to deal with the excess energy. Okay.
So anxiety.
Exactly. Which I have a plethora of.
No.
Yeah. Who, me?
No.
Yeah, I'm kind of fucked up, folks. It's fine. That's what makes the show fun.
So the show's fun?
Well, for everyone making fun of me.
It's not fun for me.
So number 10, you feel charged during storms. Okay, so like the energy or whatever, you can actually feel kind of the effects of that. So listeners out there, if you guys have these things, please let us know. I would really like to hear comments and if you guys have like stories about any of this kind of stuff, because we've joked about this for fucking years. And I've been having such issue with everything electronic in my house that I'm like, is there something to this? Like, am I really just a fucked up person that emits this energy and is fucking shit up? So that's why I decided to do this.
You might be. Dude.
I might be.
Did I ever tell you about the time we almost got struck by lightning? Speaking of all this lightning and all that shit.
You did?
Yeah, we were, it was when I was on tour. We were in fucking,
you were fucking?
Minnesota. We were in, no, we were in Minnesota. And there was like this fucking thunderstorm. And we were in the hotel and we were about to leave to go to the show. And there was like a thunder, and we're on like the top of this big fucking hill. Like it is weird. Like it's like overlooked the city, whatever. It was like on the top of this big ass hill. And like we're walking out and there's this thunderstorm and it's not raining, but there's thunder and lightning and stuff like that.
Was everything frightening?
And a little bit.
Okay.
So we walk out and it's a small parking lot. So there's like, you can park going this way and then there's a space and then the other way. It's just 2 rows of parking. So we're standing outside the door. I'm standing next to fucking Lamarca and we're all kind of just
La meatball.
Yeah. About to walk out to the van. And dude, like it was really weird because you could feel it. Like, dude, your fucking hair stood up on end and everything like that. It was just kind of like, whoa, what the hell's happening? And then all of a sudden, fucking boom, right across the parking lot, like right in front of the van, fucking lightning just fucking nailed a tree.
Oof.
It was like fucking, dude, it was, I would say 50 feet, maybe.
It was a lot of shit.
Oh, man. And then like, it was like, it hit there and then like you heard like this, it was just like this boom and then just like, wow, 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 wow. And then it like went away, but it was like this weird, like you could hear the electricity. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Nuts, yeah, it was fucking, it was the closest I've ever been to lightning, and I don't ever want to be closer. Let's put it that way.
Dude, one of these days, and maybe we'll do it as a bonus or whatever, but like people that have been struck by lightning multiple times.
Jeez, dude.
There's a dude, I think he holds the record for it, but I think it's like 8 or some shit.
It's something ridiculous.
It's
like
something,
that.
and it finally killed him. like he got fucked up from that. So now
Actually,
go ahead.
Really quick, funny story about that.
Yeah.
Now that you're saying it, I just recently read this thing about an old Cleveland Indians pitcher. Have you heard this story?
Mm-mm.
He was pitching during a game in like the 7th inning or some shit.
Who was the pitcher? Do you know?
I can't think of his name off the top of my head.
Okay.
He wasn't anyone like super famous, but he goes out, he's pitching the game, and he gets fucking struck by lightning on the mound. Goes down, right? And everyone's like, what the fuck? They run out to see him, whatever.
That's crazy.
He gets up, finishes the fucking game, pitches the rest of the game, and then
as he's smoldering, just
I don't know, I
fucked
guess.
up. His cleats
And then his
melted.
I think it was his next start or something. He went out and threw a fucking no hitter.
Have you seen the movie Powder? Right.
Fucking powder, dude. God damn it, man.
Just saying. Sometimes shit happens. Sometimes shit happens.
Think about that. Dude gets fucking struck by lightning and gets up. He's like, nah, I'm not fucking coming out of the game, dude. Fuck you. I got batters to get out, bro.
Every time she fires up the microwave, I piss my pants and forget who I was for a half hour. Drink up. You know what that one is. That's wild, dude. That's fucking wild.
Yeah, dude. I was just reading about it. I was like, that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
I would've
that's
been
super
crying
cool.
like a baby. I was like,
Yeah, absolutely. I don't want to do this. God doesn't want me to do this.
Clearly somebody doesn't want me to be pitching right now.
So now this comes from, again, the psychic or the goddesscircle.net. Okay. It says, I've been noticing this phenomenon for years, though I never knew what to call it. Quote, I thought I must be cursed. One after another, the events would pile up, seeming to spell bad luck. Was it luck, or was it my own erratic high energy? I started to pay attention to when these events would occur, and there seemed to be a pattern that emerged. When my already high energy was amplified, things would happen more frequently. Treadmill electronics would spontaneously stop working. Satellite receivers would go on the fritz. Computers would stop working. Websites would break. Light bulbs never lasted long. Phone batteries would stop charging. Plugging in lamps could result in bulbs popping. The inability to wear watches or metal. Going through dozens of MP3 players as they would quickly stop working. Hotel room keys would never work. Automatic alarm clocks would lose time. When I started doing interviews and summits with the Goddess Circle, I would work with others around the world remotely. I got used to the familiar trouble that would rise. Recording issues, microphone issues, this has never happened before, I would hear them say. In all the years that I've been doing this was the first time it occurred. It could have all been a big coincidence, but then I read others having similar experiences and I started to wonder. Maybe I wasn't cursed. Maybe I was electrically charged. End quote.
Wow.
I mean, it sounds like me.
It does.
You know what I mean? I mean,
You're
and this
a
is
fucking
like
slider, bro.
Yeah, and this is like a legit thing too that I want everyone to like. I'm not just embellishing this. Like,
no,
you guys
I
know.
I can vouch for everything he's saying.
Yeah, it's fucking.
I've seen it numerous,
nuts.
well,
I seen
hundreds
them
of fucking times.
It sucks.
It's
It
really
sucks.
fucking annoying too.
It's like you'll go and you'll like spend the extra money to make sure you're getting something that it's not gonna break. It's high quality, and then it just stops fucking working. You know, it's ugh. So now it says here, what can we do?
Oh,
So it's
tinfoil on the head.
Yeah. Say what?
Tinfoil hats.
Yes, all of them. Remember, me and Tinfoil, we don't get along though. So
Right. Sorry.
So it's perfectly normal if you happen to be a high energy person who often feels agitated and restless. However, many people tend to keep this aspect of their personality hidden because of the fear of being judged or misunderstood. It's important to note that there's nothing wrong with being this way, and you need not to feel crazy or abnormal in any way. I love this. Nevertheless, in our fast-paced and technology-driven world, this high energy can leave you feeling drained and frustrated. God, do I know. And may even cause more frequent episodes of agitation. Hence, it's crucial to take steps to regain your balance and find ways to manage your energy levels better. Are you ready?
It just sounds like you're dealing with kids.
Yeah, right.
That's what it sounds like. That sounds like my life. I'm not high energy. I just have fucking kids.
You got chillins, yeah.
They raise my levels of stress, and I fucking find it hard to do things.
Mm-hmm. So number one on this, these are the things that we can do if you happen to be an electrical person, a high electrical person.
Let's hear it.
One,
lay it on me, brother.
meditation can be a very good way to take some time and focus on our breath in order to refocus our energy, which I do agree with that I need to get back to meditating. I used to, and I was way happier and way more
I've heard it's good.
focused. Yeah. This can be a guided meditation or even just taking some time to listen to some sounds, which, can bring peace to you because you're kind of just taking a breath and letting things kind of just whatever. Yoga is something else that we can try in order to ground out the intense energy. Focus on holding the poses and maintaining integrity. Iyengar yoga can be helpful for this. I guess that's a type of yoga. I have no idea.
Sure.
Grounding in nature could be beneficial.
I was just going to say, I wonder if that's in there.
Like a lightning bolt grounding into the earth, the natural world can act as a potent grounding force for our energy.
Bare feet, man. Bare feet.
We can try laying on the earth, taking a walk among the trees, or sitting and listening to the natural world around us. Or like you said, take your shoes off and walk around.
Walk in the grass, man. Walk around.
Solitude is also very important.
Oh, I wish.
High energy people are very susceptible to the energy around them, so it can be necessary to take time away to clear from negativity and to clear our own energetic field. Now, listen, people piss me off and get to me. I could be in the greatest fucking mood, and somebody will just do something, and I'm fucking just done. But that's also...
Why are you so mad, bro?
Because I'm crazy. I told you that.
Honestly, I am one of those people, though. Like, I would be so happy if I went somewhere and never saw another fucking human being in my life. Like, I wouldn't bother me. I
don't get me wrong. I like interaction. I like talking to some people and conversing about things. But for the most part,
if I didn't have to deal with people ever again, I would be the happiest fucking guy, man.
A person is cool to talk to. People are exhausting. I mean, that's
a good point.
And I deal with people on a daily basis, and they are fucking. I enjoy
talking to you, John.
Yes, ditto, buddy. Ditto.
Yeah.
This
is good right here.
Right. So now, number 5, be gentle with yourself. Oh, I'm gentle. Take the time and self-care needed in order to balance and be at peace.
You got that one right, buddy.
Number 6. This is where I start to kind of lose interest in this one. Crystals can also be beneficial, especially those that are very grounding. Smoky quartz, K2, hematite, presiolite, black tourmaline, bloodstone, obsidian, or tiger's eye can all help.
All right.
I used to be really big into like that kind of shit, by the way, just so everyone's like,
I understand.
I'm not trying to remember. I used to be real big into it.
So my daughter, my oldest, is really into that kind of shit, right? And for me, it's a mental thing, right? But she started getting into that, and she's talked to people, and like there's a girl that is part of our Viking group that's really into like healing and crystals and all that kind of stuff. So she's like talked to her and like, this is for this, is whatever. And I'm not gonna lie, dude. And for me, it's just like, well, it's mental because it's like the whole mind over matter, fucking placebo effect, whatever you want to call it. But once she started like getting into that kind of shit, man, like it definitely chilled her out. Like not, it's not like 100%, but like
whatever it takes.
I've noticed, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like, yeah, so like, and it's like one of those things that like me, I chalk it up to like, just. Your brain's mental. You're telling yourself that it's helping you, so it's helping you. But dude, who knows, man? You never fucking know, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is also shit that's been around for fucking eons.
Yeah, people have been doing this for
chakras and how certain stones can do certain things. And, and again, I used to be really, really into that stuff, especially when I was like, looking into reading about Buddhism and reading about shamanism and Wicca and all that stuff. And I have done all the research on it and read it all and everything else. And I was really into Buddhism. And then I was just like, I can't do what real Buddhists are supposed to do, so I stopped dealing with it. You know what I mean? But it's nice because if you have a belief in something, and to be honest, it doesn't really matter what it is. If you have a belief in something, and that belief brings you peace, regardless what it may be, do it. And fuck anybody that says otherwise. You know what I mean? Oh, you're playing with those stupid crystals.
Literally fuck them.
No, don't literally fuck them.
No,
that's how you. That's how you go to prison.
Oh,
and get STDs. And ain't no crystals gonna help with that. Maybe they do, I don't know. But I'm just saying, find your peace. And that's something I've been struggling with lately. Like my emotional and mental health has been like way fucking off the charts and shit. And trying to figure out how to center myself again, get myself re-centered and kind of like what makes me tick, what makes me happy. Doing this shit makes me happy. Recording music makes me happy, which I started doing again. Being with my family being with my family and stuff. Fuck you. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like things that make us happy, we have to kind of, you gotta, whatever it is, if it works, it works. So,
Sure.
And number 7 on this list here, know that you're not alone. There are lots of accounts around the world of people having interactions with electronics like this. Don't feel for a second like there's something wrong with you. So there's nothing wrong with me, Moody. Mm-hmm.
Well, at least not for that.
Not in that aspect.
At least not electrically.
Yeah. So this comes from this next part here comes from a website called soularcanum.com.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And by the way, it just reconnected our thing that we're doing right now. Did you see it pop up?
I just fucking saw that on my thing.
Fun. Hopefully it's not screwed up. Anyway, so it says, I am a 31-year-old female. I have always believed in chakras and the flow of energy. This may sound weird, but I have always been able to turn streetlights on if they are off. And if they are off, I can turn them on. It depends on the mood I am in. I noticed this when I was around the age of 20. I also have an abnormal EKG reading, but there is absolutely nothing wrong with my heart. I had not given the light phenomenon much thought until recently. I've been going to a chiropractor for the last 2 months and have been getting electro stem cell treatment. The doctor got a new machine this week and I tried to use it on me. Every time he has tried to use it, however, the machine would work for a few seconds and then shut off. At first, he thought it was the machine, but it works on every other patient except for me. Have you heard of anything like this, and would you have an explanation for it? My chiropractor and I are very curious to know what's going on. Sincerely, Heather. Okay? Now, they answer this question. This is so good. And I got a few more things here, but anyway. It says, Dear Heather, we often receive questions about this and related phenomenon from people who have similar experiences. There are several different theories and names for it. Due to limited space, I can only offer you a general outline. But hopefully this will help you to research the matter further via the internet. Some researchers call folks like you electrical people. I know, go look at the internet, the thing that won't work around you. How about go to the fucking library and get a book? You know what I mean? So the more official term, however, is sliders. We talked about that. And that's an acronym for Street Life Interference Data Exchange. Despite the name, sliders phenomena are not limited to streetlights only. Often folks who share your ability, and that's in quotes, can't wear watches. They will stop working within a couple of days, regardless of how many new batteries are put in them. They also affect other electrical appliances such as headlights and alternators in automotive vehicles. And I used to have such problems with one car that I had, but I think it was just a piece of shit.
I was to say, most likely it's just a hunk of shit.
It was just a piece of shit. So light bulbs may blow every time a slider touches a lamp or a light switch. Computers may freeze up or experience other problems. CD players may change tracks suddenly whenever a slider is near. Magnetic phenomenon may also manifest. For example, sliders may be unable to use credit cards because the cards become unreadable after they've been carried on their person. Your irregular EKG is probably your energy causing the equipment to malfunction. Those who share these experiences are usually relieved to hear that they are not alone. Most spent years questioning what was happening until eventually they were convinced that something unusual was going on. Like you, all independently report that high emotion plays a key role in such experiences. When they are upset, angry, or simply very excited, the phenomena really kick in. So this is shit that like literally goes around, and multiple people have dealt with this shit.
Yeah.
So it says here, let's see. I believe that spiritual awakening is the... dude, it keeps shifting. What the... There it goes.
What?
I'm not even lying. This whole thing just fucking kicked all the way to the top. Give me a second. If I have to, I'll go back and edit that out. Or maybe I won't because...
man, leave it in.
It just keeps jumping to the fucking top.
I did see that. I saw the reconnecting thing again, too.
Yeah, what the fuck is happening? Let's see here. She goes, I believe that spiritual awakening is the development of heightened awareness of all that is already there. Most people are sleepwalking through life, filtering out all but the most obvious stimuli. When we awaken, we become more aware not only of dense physical reality, but also the subtler energetic reality underlying and creating the physical. As we begin to move into this higher level of awareness, we become energetically supercharged and sensitive. In traditional spiritual terms, this might be called, a Kundalini experience? I don't know. Many who experience a surge in Kundalini sounds like something else. You know what I'm talking about. And chicks really like this one. Anyway, It includes electrical phenomena and their list of symptoms. As we are ever evolving in an upward spiral, it is a good idea to learn how to work with your high energy. Since this phenomenon is closely tied to high emotions, one way to try to control it is to simply be calm. Before you go to the chiropractor, spend some time in meditation or yoga cultivating your inner peace. If you worry that the machine won't work again, you'll only get emotionally revved up and produce the same experience again. So this is like an answer on another website, right? So, and it seems it's all kind of the same.
I would say it's all the same shit.
Right. So some quick stories here that I found online from some electric humans.
Oh, very nice.
Now this one, you could tell that English is most definitely not their first language.
Okay.
First of all, it starts off with hi and it's H-A-I.
Oh, hi. Hi.
Yeah. But then his name is Adil Salim. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It says, hi, my name is Adil Salim, working age 20 yesterday. And it gives the date, time, 11 p.m. The time am going to sleep. I off the lights. No punctuation. I don't even like a small presence of light while I'm sleeping. Yesterday, I couldn't sleep properly. My finger, and then it says properly.
I like how you're drifting into a weird.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. Oh, I didn't want to do that. But it says I couldn't sleep properly. My fingers are getting red in my face too. Nature of my body is very warm all the time. After sometimes I saw from my fingers spark is coming. I started to rub my hands together. I saw myself. It's like a firework. Spark and I started.
Oh.
I started to forgetting everything about, and forgetting is the number 4 and in GETNG.
Okay.
Yeah. Everything about me for a while. Please help me, guys. I don't know what's happening to me. I am the only like this or anybody out there like me. So that's actually somebody on there who wrote this whole thing and is obviously distraught about it. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, I mean, if you saw sparks shooting out of your fingers, you'd probably be fucking distraught too, bro.
Another one here, electrical issues run in my family. This one actually has punctuations. Both my father and I have issues. My dad is about 80. Ever since battery operated watches were invented, he goes through watch batteries at an alarming rate. I've never had that problem myself. She's a female, mid-40s software engineer, which is probably not the best job for an electrical person.
I was just going to say, wait a minute.
Both of us corrode eyeglasses at an alarming rate. The copper oxidizes and turns green. Silver and copper jewelry turns my skin pretty black. That happens to me, but I think that's just my skin. Not sure if this matters. I definitely have more of a problem than most women I know. I also had street lamp issues turning off when driving by for several years when I drove one particular car. I had a Mitsubishi Eclipse, so it was lower to the ground, had SLI issues constantly, random, not at will. I don't seem to have this problem anymore since the Eclipse. I have been driving SUVs, so higher off the ground. I also have I see what she's saying, like maybe the being lower on the ground caused her electrical whatever to hit the things.
I see.
I also have big problems with ATMs and touchscreen phones and tablets. Had to switch back to a phone with a slide-out keyboard because the screen was always doing stuff when my finger was half an inch away. Whenever my dad and I talked to each other by cell, my old cell phone would drop the call, a BlackBerry. Big static, then zzzt, the phone would shut down.
What fucking year is this?
I don't know. Who knows? I mean, what do you mean? Don't you still have a BlackBerry?
I never had a BlackBerry.
I did actually like my BlackBerry a lot.
Yeah,
and then iPhone came out. Yeah. So it would shut down, whatever. It never happened with anyone else, just dad. And he's an hour away. My cat hates me.
That's just a cat being a cat.
But I love this. I'm very staticky. If I get near a light switch on a kitchen or bathroom outlet with a test reset breaker, sometimes it blows and the light goes on without me even touching it. Now I am extremely staticky. I don't have shit blowing up and stuff like that. But like when I go to like the like grocery store or anything like that, I literally have to like tap things because I'm going to get shocked. Like literally every time I go. It's super weird. But it could just be the shoes I have and the static on the floor or something like that because of the linoleum. You know what I mean?
Wool socks.
I'm wearing
socks.
Wool. It's like lamb's wool.
Lanolin?
Lanolin.
Sheep's wool?
Like sheep's wool? This is Bush League. Oh, dude, it just did it again. What the fuck? Oh, hold on. Dude, I swear on my life,
I can see it in your glasses.
Can you?
Yes.
Like I'm not like serious. I'm not. Every time I even like move the mouse, it just.
No,
bounces.
I'm saying I can see the shit scrolling in your glasses.
So
I
weird.
can see it moving.
So she goes on to say, seems normal to me. I don't even really notice it anymore. Blah blah blah. Seems normal to me, but other people think I'm nuts. Seriously, I'm not, and it's no fun. I'm a non-smoker. Never had botulism. Never had Botox either. I don't know. I have no idea what that has to do with anything. Can't blame it on that. Like a lot of women, I deal with mild anemia, and as a result, I crave sour foods, vinegar on fish and chips, 20, whatever. I just love sour stuff. I guess when you're anemic, this is a common thing since acids help you absorb iron. To know if this has anything to do with my electrical problems, though, help. And aside from a couple of potentially predictive dreams, I am not psychic or telekinetic. And she actually leaves her name and everything in here, too. So this next one says, I just found this site and I am happy to not be alone. My whole life from that I can remember, as a young child, I have gotten easily shocked. I can remember street lights going off as I walked under them. Do even get me started on trying to keep a watch as they always die. I'm assuming they meant don't. Within a few weeks of having them, one time I was at a Halloween haunted house. I got so scared that my watch, dude, again, it just did it again. What the fuck this is getting stupid. I'm not going to use the mouse. It's got to be that. Okay. Anyway, at a haunted house. Where are you at? Damn it. Anyway, some shit went down in a haunted house.
You're getting all excited. Now your fucking energy's messing everything up, bro.
Okay. So just a couple more here. Okay. This one is from Katie. Hi, I'm 12, and I always thought I was alone. For the last year, I've been feeling weird. Last year, I was camping, and our portable electric stove electrocuted me.
Fucking puberty, bro. Sorry.
But it didn't hurt, and I held on. Like, so she was getting shocked and, like, held on to it as it was shocking her. That's fucked up. So my 20-year-old...
Why the fuck wouldn't you let go?
Yeah. My 20-year-old sister told me to let go. The whole day, I felt energized, and I kept zapping my sister. The year passed by, and I thought little of it. She's 12. Then one day at a store, I touched the cart. I got the biggest zap ever. Then the next day, I just knew. I put some dead batteries in my hand, and yes, they were sure dead. I could feel the electric current going down my arm. I put the batteries back in the device, and it worked. Not well. It would turn on for a few seconds, then turn off again. That night, I found I could drain energy from my little brother and my mom. She's a fucking energy vampire over here.
Dude, that's a thing too, though.
Yeah, there are people
Energy
that will suck that shit out of you, dude. Yep.
Yes.
By the end of the night, I was more awake than ever before, and my mom and brother were drained. Over a few days, it sounds to me like she's just got ADD. The parents are like, God damn it!
I can't fucking do this anymore.
Go to fucking bed! Stop trying to shock me! I can destroy the waves.
Dragging her feet everywhere.
I can destroy the waves going to my radio. It's harder in a car, but it's still possible. About a week ago, I was outside a store waiting for a cab, and I sat on a bench outside. The light above me went off. When the cab got there and I got into the light, the light turned back on. I got home and I went to play with my cat. I picked him up and I zapped him hard. It literally says I piked him up and I zapped him hard. So just assuming. Since then, he's been avoiding me.
Maybe she's typing with an accent.
Yeah, or maybe she can't do it because he's electrically charged.
I piked him up.
I piked him up and zapped him hard. I zapped him hard. Little bastard. Since then, he's been avoiding me. Oh, yeah, I can also drain electricity out of outlets by putting my hand on it, not in it. That's all.
You can't drain electricity out of an outlet. There's constant flow of electricity.
And then the best thing is, it says, not in it, in like 5 caps, and then that's all. After all that, that's all. That's all there is. Yeah. Let's see. I got 2 more here. So let's see. I have recently researched and found out this could be related to blood type. I am Rh negative, and I wonder if a majority of the other people on here are. I do not know what my blood type is.
I don't know. I don't know what mine is either. It's probably a smart thing to know, but I don't know it.
It would be very interesting to find out one way or the other. I shock people and myself frequently. It is so bad, I hate to get out of my car because I know I'm going to get a painful shock when I touch the door to close it. It happens all the time. I have blown out light bulbs before. I don't know if I've ever done that. I mean, I have light bulbs like shit out on me all the time when they're like brand new. House lights dim and brighten also. Also have prophetic dreams. I don't remember my dreams at all. Have bought brand new electronics and they do not work right out of the box. Ding, ding, ding. Thought I just had bad luck with that, but now I wonder. Christmas lights will often only work once for me, maybe for a day, sometimes not at all. Just the other day, I opened the microwave and it came on and started working with the door wide open. That's not good.
That's safe.
That's real bad. This is probably the 5th or 6th microwave I had to buy in as many years. On a maybe unrelated side note, my great-great-grandpa was one of those people who could heal warts with his hands. The fuck does that have to do with...
What? One of those, like it's common knowledge that those people exist? I've never heard of that in my life.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it a snake oil salesman? Like
that's what it sounds like.
He's just got a razor blade in his hand and just chops it off.
Like a street preacher.
Yeah.
Come on, let me lay hands on you, son. I'll take your warts away.
All your warts will come with me. Just eat this thing and give me money. So now,
as
last
long
one.
as they're not genital warts, I don't need to go to jail.
Last one here. So, and this is pretty fucked up. So my son Hamza, 18 years old, was suffering from acute myeloid leukemia, admitted in hospital 3 days before his death. He had current. Anybody touches him, he gets shocked. Voice was also raised on touching him. And that's all he said.
Okay.
I don't know. That's kind of fucking weird though. You know what I mean? Can your body emit like an electrical charge when you're passing away?
Maybe. I don't know. That's weird. That's weird.
Yeah.
So I have to find it. I'll see if I can find an article on it. But there was a guy who was doing he was trying to do an experiment, something similar to that, because like you were saying, like when you die, it emits like an electric charge or whatever. There was a guy who was trying to prove the existence of souls by essentially doing the same thing.
He would fucking flatliners.
It's kind of, but he would. The reason that he didn't get very far is because of the ethical ramifications of what he was doing. Because what he would do is go to hospitals or whatever and find people that were very near death. And basically they would take them and put them on a bed that had a scale on it. Right. And they would sit there and they would watch.
If they were lighter.
When they would pass, they would note the time of the pass and they would see if they got lighter. And I guess he did it he was able to do it a couple of times. And every time there was a note. So my only thing is I know a lot of people like shit themselves when they die or piss themselves when they die, whatever.
Well, your body just relaxes.
Right, everything relaxes. But he was saying that every time, each time it happened, there was a noticeable change in the weight of the human. It wasn't like 5 pounds, anything like that. But it was like,
still, I mean,
and it was apparently it was like a consistent like measurement of ounces that like at that time of death, a person would get like however much lighter, and it was consistent.
But
then
crazy.
Like a bunch of people freaked out about what he was doing and he couldn't keep going. I'll see if I can find it. But
yeah,
but I'm wondering, like you were saying, maybe like obviously instead of a soul or whatever, maybe it was something like that. Maybe you do emit like some sort of charge and it kind of like gets rid of a bunch of energy in your body.
Yeah.
And I mean, everything weighs something, right? So if you're full of energy and all that energy just goes somewhere, right?
I mean,
you would think that would.
Dude, our bodies are amazing things. And there are so many other, like, I mean, you look at all the like jellyfish and things in the bottom of the ocean that have adapted and like have energy that can like, you know, the bioluminescence, which we didn't talk about that in all this. We talked about the other luminescences, but not that one. But I mean, like it's energy that has been, you know, throughout time that they've learned to adapt by using that energy. I mean, there's fungus that has bioluminescence. There's a bunch of sea animals. A bunch of sea animals and stuff like that have that shit. So, I mean, in our bodies, we create energy. I mean, that's what our bodies do, you know? So I don't know, man. It's super crazy. It's super weird to me. And I just thought it's been happening over and over. Like I just got a computer and I got the screen for it. And
I saw it. I remember seeing it.
Fucking thing would not work. It just would not fucking work. And everyone's like, oh, try the cables, try this, try that. Nope. Nothing. And thankfully they, you know, replaced it for me. But yeah, even though it was probably my dumbass fault that fucked it up. So yeah, it's just weird. And I just thought it'd be a cool thing to talk about, you know, for this weird ass episode, I guess. So yeah, you know.
No, that's crazy.
But in the meantime,
so there might be something to this.
There might be. You
might just be a fucking slider, bro.
I might be. I do like sliders, by the way.
Also, I have noticed that your camera has been very fuzzy this whole time.
Has it really?
It's going in and out. Like it's either it gets like real blurry and then it straightens out, then it gets real blurry, then it like
that's weird.
It never does. It never fucking does that.
Yeah, dude. We're probably just hypersensitive to everything right now because we're talking about this shit.
Random shit.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but for real, literally, like your camera never does that, and it's doing it.
Fun.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to bed. Freaking house is just gonna explode with me in it. Oh man. Anyway, so yeah, I would really like to hear if anyone else experiences this kind of stuff because it is
crazy, man.
Fucking crazy. And obviously I'm not the only one that this happens to. I also don't really know what to think about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's just, but it is weird, man. Like not even joking. Like it is just a matter of time before something electronic that I am dealing with fucks up. And it's not even like give it like 2-3 years. It's like while I'm using it, it just happens. And you've been privy to that entire thing.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
All right. Well, I definitely want to hear what you guys have to say. But in the meantime, it's time for everyone's favorite part of the show.
The end.
Damn it.
And now, boys and girls, it's your favorite part of the show, the movie review. Which top 10 movies will make the cut today?
Ta-da.
All right. So today in the movies, we're going to be talking about 8 EMP themed movies.
Okay.
Movies.
We're going to check out the electrical movies.
Yes. That everyone should watch. Okay. Yeah. And first on our list is, first of all,
how did you find a list of this?
Dude, I went stupid on this whole thing. But it's GoldenEye from 1995.
Oh,
great movie.
The video game.
It's James Bond, except it's not that James Bond. Anyway, so GoldenEye is the 17th James Bond movie that was released. The film follows 007 as he travels to Russia searching for an EMP device called GoldenEye that's gone missing. Hence the name of the film. And plus,
correct,
on the Nintendo 64 GoldenEye,
dude, the greatest game ever made.
Absolutely. And we talk about that in the on Generation AFK, how that game is just always popping up, dude. It's so good.
Yeah, dude.
So while this action thriller does not revolve around any apocalyptic level event from an EMP attack, early on the movies does clearly showcase. Damn it! Early on,
my mind.
The movie,
my mind that people get paid to write and they still fucking.
How? Proofread, people.
Dude, my phone has a fucking proofreader, grammar fucking thing now.
Yeah, but you can't really talk because I.
Oh no, I find ways around that shit. Trust me. You can't
You're the only person I know that you'll be saying the word "some" and it pops up dinner every time. Every fucking time. And that's how I know when I go through research you send over to me. And it's like, it'll say something along the lines of, and then dinner guy came in. I'm like, okay, that's some. And I'll go through and I'll just replace it. Yeah.
You'd think that my phone would have learned by now, but.
So early on in the movie, it clearly showcases what an EMP weapon would do in a sequence where GoldenEye is detonated above a Russian military base, resulting in all power and computers being knocked out instantly and airplanes falling out of the sky. Just imagine what would happen if an EMP weapon went off in the vicinity of commercial airliners, and you'll get an idea of how serious an EMP attack would be. And truthfully, we didn't even talk about that side of things. I mean, we touched on it a little bit in the beginning, but that's some serious shit if that was to happen.
Yeah.
Because everything we have is electronic now.
Yep.
The next one is The Day After from 1983. This is a classic made-for-TV movie that provides a chilling portrayal of the aftermath of a nuclear war as well as its EMP attack on the United States. The Day After focuses on the residents of Lawrence, Kansas, and explores the devastating effects of the attack. The film is known for its realistic depiction of the immediate consequences of a nuclear attack and subsequent EMP. By the way, I just finished watching Fallout.
Great show.
Great TV show, dude. Oh my God, it's so good. Yeah. And
on a side note, I wonder why they picked the sprawling metropolis of Lawrence, Kansas.
I don't know. So when it was released at the height of the Cold War during the Reagan era, it woke much of the American public up to what a nuclear war would look like.
AKA freaked everybody the fuck out.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Next one is 1984's Threads. A British production, Threads is a harrowing portrayal of a nuclear war and its EMP consequences on the city of Sheffield in the United Kingdom. The film was compared to the day after following its release. That's the one we just talked about, only for showing the effects in the UK rather than in the US. Threads doesn't shy away.
Lawrence, Kansas.
Sheffield, United Kingdom. So it says it doesn't shy away from the brutal realities of societal collapse, depicting the breakdown of infrastructure, government, and social order that occurs after the attack.
All right.
So you ever heard of that one?
Nope.
Excuse me. Damn it.
I haven't heard of. I heard of Goldeneye. I haven't heard the other two.
Well, how about the show Jericho?
Yes, I never watched it, but I know of it. That's
Okay.
Skeet Ulrich, isn't it?
I'm not 100% positive. They don't really give names in this.
Ulrich? Skeet Ulrich or Ulrich? I
Mm-mm.
don't know.
So this is from 2006 to 2008. Is he the guy from Scream?
Was he in Scream? I don't.
Yeah, he was in the first one, wasn't he? When
Yeah, he
the
was.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jericho is a post-apocalyptic
He's
show.
like a poor man's Johnny Depp.
Yeah. It focuses on the residents of Jericho, a small town located in the middle of Kansas, as they band together to survive in a post-apocalyptic America where each of the major cities have been obliterated in a nuclear strike.
Except for in Kansas, apparently.
Apparently. Later in the show, things become even more desired when an EMP attack knocks out all power and electronics, forcing the characters to have to figure out how to survive a life without many of the essentials of modern-day living. Could you fucking imagine now?
God, the kids these days, they would lose their shit.
They would lose their shit.
Imagine that, dude.
They would
I know how to
lose their
live without
fucking
life.
shit.
Dude,
Yeah.
we know.
Yeah.
We're like the last generation that was able to. And then everybody else, man, it's that digital shit. They
Yeah.
don't know how to fucking do it.
These kids. So went down to West Virginia this past weekend to go see my dad for his 70th birthday. And
Happy
as
birthday, Dad.
driving down through there, start getting into the holler where there's the one lane road and, there's not really much down there. There's no internet or anything
No
like
cell
that.
phone, no nothing.
Well, I look over and I see this little kid playing in the front yard. I'm like, oh, look at the little hillbilly kid. He's playing. He's got a phone in his hand.
Jesus Christ.
Playing
really?
with a fucking phone down in the middle of freaking country. I was
Cletus,
yeah.
what you doing out there in the holler? Oh, just playing on my phone, Ma.
She's out there looking like he knows that doesn't work, right?
That's what you didn't see. It was just a blank screen.
He knows that doesn't work,
He's
right?
just he's just
Oh, Ma,
pretending.
he's playing. He's fine.
I'm looking at the TikToks, Ma.
Yeah, the TikToks. Next up on our list is 2012's Red Dawn,
Oh, the remake.
which
It wasn't terrible.
it
but
wasn't
I mean,
terrible. It wasn't
if
the
it was
original.
if it was its own thing, it's one of those like if it was just a movie and not Red Dawn, I think it would have been fine. But like, dude, you grew up on Red Dawn. You've seen that movie 100 times. Like you fucking know. And then, you can't remake a classic.
Is that the one where, spoiler alert, and if you guys don't want to hear this part from Red Dawn from 2012, that if you haven't seen yet, you probably won't.
Fuck
But
you,
is that
it's
the one
11 years, dude.
Is that where Chris Hemsworth gets shot and dies like just randomly? He's like
I believe
walking.
so, yeah.
And you think everything's cool, and he's like Chris Hemsworth, and all of a sudden,
He's not fucking Thor there.
yeah,
So.
he definitely wasn't. So Red Dawn is a 2012 remake of the 1984 film, classic film of the same name. The
Dude,
original
the cast in the original too.
absolutely.
Oh, star-studded.
It was basically like most of the people from the Outsiders.
Like the Outsiders.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just gonna say it's like the Outsiders,
Yeah,
but
the
with
same
Cold
group of
War.
kids. What do they call them? The Brat Pack or whatever?
Yeah.
So the original 1984 version depicted American teenagers leading a guerrilla resistance against a Soviet-led invasion of the United States of America in the alternate reality where NATO had collapsed. The remake is different in more ways than one, with the teenagers this time fighting against a Russian-backed North Korean invasion that utilized an EMP weapon to cripple the U.S. electrical grid before invading.
See, that's why I'm saying I think if they would have made it either like a sequel or a spin-off and not like a remake of Red Dawn, because it was different. It was different enough
Yeah,
that they could have made
should have
it
been
its own movie.
thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like with Roadhouse, that new Roadhouse that just came out. Roadhouse. If they would have with Gyllenhaal or Gyllenhaal, whatever.
I heard it's
It's
good
fucking
though.
awesome. But make it its own movie, dude.
Roadhouse.
It's not Roadhouse. It's not at all. Like, make it
You
its
could have
own
made that
fucking
a
movie.
sequel. Like that could have been fucking Patrick Swayze's kid or something.
Yeah, like it's just, I don't know.
Make it a sequel.
They could have done something with it. And dude, fucking, what's his name? McGregor, funny as shit in it. Because the entire time he just walks around like this. And he's just doing this like cocky stroll. It's the funniest shit in the
Probably
world.
can't understand a word he says. The whole movie.
Where the fuck is Mayweather? This is 2009's The Road, based on Cormac
Oh,
McCarthy's classic novel. You've seen this?
It's fucking like it's brutal actually.
Really?
It's super depressing.
So this post-apocalyptic film follows a father and son as they navigate a desolate landscape after an unspecified catastrophic event. While not explicitly EMP themed, the movie captures the bleakness and struggle for survival after an EMP-induced societal collapse that clearly has resulted in the loss of the power grid. The lack of infrastructure and resources in the film showcases the challenges that would be faced if this were to actually happen.
It's a pretty rough one. There's some spots in it. It's just like
depressing as shit.
Yeah, it is.
Next up is, it looks like a TV show, Revolution, from 2012 to 2014. No idea. Revolution is another post-apocalyptic show that takes place in future America where all power and electricity has become disabled. While not mentioned as an EMP attack specifically, the show does depict an environment very similar to what an EMP attack would create, as the characters are forced to survive in a world that has been pushed back to the pre-industrial era.
In a world.
In a world where people are electric. Last one on here is 2013's American Blackout. Never heard of that one either. Even though it's not a traditional...
like every Friday night of my life for a few years.
It's not a traditional narrative film. This National Geographic produced docudrama presents a fictionalized scenario of a national or nationwide blackout caused by a cyber attack on the power grid. Do you remember the blackout in, what was that, 2004?
Yes.
The big one that just everything up here was fucking done.
Yep.
Dude, we were freaking the shit out. Because
there was another one that happened later that I missed because I was living in New Orleans at the time, like 14, 15, somewhere around there, 2014, 2015, or it might have been earlier, like 2009, 10.
Yeah, maybe that's the one I'm talking about. It might be the one I'm talking about.
But there was one that I remember going through one when I was younger.
Yeah, no, this
wasn't like, yeah.
This was, I'm not sure when, it was definitely like in the early 2000s though, I will say that. But I'm old, so
that might be the one that happened when I was in New Orleans. I remember hearing about that one.
It was fucking crazy.
Yeah,
it was crazy. I hung out with Jeff the entire time, and we couldn't find a gas station that would pump gas and take cash because nothing was working. And then we finally got one, and then we went back to his parents' house, started the grill up because it's propane, had some candles going, and we were just hanging out outside and just chilling. And then all of a sudden the lights came back on. We're like, oh, damn it. It was super cool. We were having a blast. So this film combines dramatized storytelling with the real life footage and expert interviews to explore the societal breakdown and individual struggles during an extended power outage. While the focus is on the cyber attack, the film touches on the vulnerability of the power grid, which will give you an idea of what an EMP attack would look like. Each of the above movies are equally as entertaining as they are as effective at visualizing for us what the world might look like following an EMP attack. And there you go. Those are the movies.
Where did you get that list from? What's the website that was on? 'Cause that's an interesting list. Like, who would make that list?
Dude, do you really want to know what this is?
Yes.
This is askaprepper.com.
Oh my. It makes so much sense now.
Yes, it does. Holy shit.
That's exactly who would make a list like that.
Askaprepper.com. And if you're unfamiliar with what a prepper is, folks, it's basically a doomsday prepper where they're preparing for the end of the world or some sort of, societal breakdown.
Man.
So
I gotta go to that website.
Yeah, you should definitely do that. Askaprepper.com.
Check that out.
All right, so that's it. That is about EMPs, my craziness, and it was super fun to do. I don't know. I kind of again went down that
cool, man.
That rabbit hole. I'm just like, for real?
Look, worst case scenario, you have an excuse now.
I'm a slider, bro. I'm a slider,
like, bro. I'm sorry, it's not working because of me. I'm a slider. I'm an electric person. It's all good, dude.
Well, I mean, listen, longtime listeners of the show will know that we've had issues where it's like, this is not coming out because John is a human EMP. Just happens.
Like, how many times have we recorded episodes and they just didn't record for whatever reason?
Multiple times. Multiple.
We had to go back and redo it.
Yep. That's why now when we're recording, I keep an eye on every single light that I need. That's why I saw that thing reconnecting earlier because I'm paying attention.
I saw it up. Yeah, it was right at the top of my screen. It was
so that way,
fuck.
So if something happens, I can hopefully fix it. But listen, do us a favor. Stop over to our official website, themidnighttrainpodcast.com. At our website, you can buy some super sweet merchandise.
Super sweet.
where you can find you can get the Duke or Fingerbum shirt, the Don't Be a DeSalvo shirt, the Switchblade wielding Jersey Raccoon t-shirt.
Right. That's a classic.
Yep, hats, cases, phone shit, like all kinds of stuff. And
plugs.
Yes, what's that?
Nothing.
Oh, if you liked what you've heard from us, and yes, if you like what you've heard from us, consider being a show producer by heading on over to themidnighttrainpodcast.com, clicking on the Patreon button, or simply go to patreon.com/themidnighttrainpodcast. They do have an app that you can listen on your phone for as little as $5 a month. You can get all kinds of the cool stuff like shirts and custom stickers and things like that. But it's more about the bonus material and helping out the show and hopefully getting some food for Moody's kids.
Yeah, they're starving.
Yeah. So if you guys feel bad about that, I'm going to start getting that in the arms of an and play that during this time.
For only $5 a month.
You too can help a Moody. But seriously, help us out. Get in there and, just show us that you give a shit about the show. And if not, listen, if you can't do it or you don't want to, just spread the word. Let people know. That's the best way you can do things anyway. Talk to somebody and just be like, dude, I listen to these idiots and they're actually kind of entertaining. So that'd be... Because look,
honestly, if you like it, right, chances are the people that you surround yourself are into the same shit you are. So they'll probably like it too.
Exactly. It's something to talk about.
And if they don't, then you need to not be friends with that person.
New friends. You need new friends. Yes,
yeah. 100%.
Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, which TikTok apparently is going the way of the buffalo is what I'm hearing. That
because there's
being
all kinds,
shut
they're
down,
trying to like ban shit, and there's all these regulations because it's like a Chinese-owned company, so everyone's freaking out. They're like, man, they're spying on us. Back. They don't need fucking TikTok to do it. I can tell you that right now.
For sure. Your phone does plenty of that. You can also listen on Spotify. If you do listen over there, you can rate us there, or on Apple, you can do that. Anywhere you can listen to us, hopefully you can rate us. And if you can, please give us 5 stars or whatever the number thing is, and you can literally just say, I don't know, fucking fuck Moody. I don't know. That works.
Wow.
I'm just saying. They could say that.
They could.
Actually, no, I don't think you can put...
Actually, yeah, I don't think you can swear.
Yeah, you can't swear. So, yeah, just say Moody has a beard.
That would be true.
It is true. It is true. Also, please do us a favor and check out the other podcast, Generation AFK, where some of my friends try to teach me about modern gaming, which, by the way, has been super hard to do lately because I've been having issues with my computer. Fucking shocker. Yeah, it's sad but funny because I'm really not good at video games or anything else, I guess. So you be the judge and find the Generation AFK podcast wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.
That was a good radio voice. I like that.
Thanks. Honestly, you guys are the best, and we thank you so much for listening. We've
whoa. They're not all the best.
Are we going to call out the ones who aren't?
No, but they know who they are.
Wow.
And they need to step it up. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Well, you heard it from Moody.
Most of them are the best.
That is all hate mail to Moody at the Midnight Train Podcast.
There's no hate. There's no hate here. I'm just trying to elevate everybody. Right.
That's good.
That's all it is.
Good for you.
Like, you know who you are. You're not pulling your weight. You know who you are. You need to get your shit together.
As I tell people all the time at work or whatever, do better.
Yeah.
That's it. Just do better.
I tell my kid, yeah, absolutely. Don't be sorry. Be better.
Yeah. Just do better. I don't need excuses. I need results.
No, absolutely.
There it is.
So, like I said, and I assume that most of the people that listen are grown-ups. They know who they are.
And that has been Moody's Corner.
They need to step it up, man. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, that's hilarious. Well, we still appreciate you, even if you happen to be a turd. We still appreciate you for listening.
I would definitely appreciate it, but get your shit together.
But especially to our favorite turds, we'll call them the poopers, our Patreon first class passengers. I will turn this down because it's always so loud. To, of course, Timothy Moore, Jacob Knoll, Ms. P, Cassandra Fuentes, Jacob Peters, Stoner Babe 69, Tim Karras, Zoe Miller, Tracy Valancourt, Edgar Rodriguez, Jenny Wynn, Riley with no last name, Chris Connors, Amanda C, Micah Purdue, Dale Wells, George De Jesus, Megan McTerry, Amanda Denz, Chris Lucas, Joseph Aramo, Nathan Diekman, Caitlin McKinney, Maggie Brothers, which I think she just had a birthday recently. So happy birthday to Maggie Brothers, if I'm not mistaken. I think I saw that.
Okay.
Yeah. To Rick Resler, Miles Campbell, Brian Guntzman, Pumpkin Escobar, Mac. I guess technically we all had a birthday recently, like at some point in time, right? No,
Mine hasn't. No, mine wasn't recent.
oh, when is your birthday?
January.
Oh, yeah, that's right. January,
Wait, when's your birthday?
August.
Oh, yeah. So yours is going to be more recent than mine at this point.
Correct, yeah. Mac Doherty, Janet Sherrill, Chad Flint, Chris McLeod, and I believe Mac Doherty, I talked to him recently, and he is doing some ghost hunting stuff. And
yeah.
is going to be is going to start doing like getting some shirts and stuff done for his ghost hunts. So, and he did extend that if we go down there, we can be
I was just going to say we should go. We should go participate.
Yeah, he told us that we could be his personal guests if we go down there. So,
where's that fucker from?
I think it's Augusta, Georgia. I could be wrong, and if I am, Mac, I'm sorry, but I think so. I think.
Who the fuck lives in Georgia?
Oh man, to get Chad.
There's a lot of haunted shit down there.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
To Chris McLeod, Justin Kowalczyk, to Christina Skelton, we definitely miss you for sure. Maria Gibbs to Chainsaw. What the fuck? Courtney Batchelor, Katie Brabenick, and of course our boy Bill Birch.
Oh, good for you.
Just went to the Cavs playoff game last night with him, and I forgot what it's.
You got to see him win and not completely collapse like they did in Orlando.
Yeah, I heard it was bad. Yeah, I heard it was bad. But so go Cavs. Let's hope they
something points to one game.
Yeah, let's hope they do it and pick it up a little bit and keep on going.
The Monsters are starting their playoff run.
Nice.
So there's that. We got that going too.
Nice. The Guardians are actually doing pretty decent right now too.
I think they might have just lost though again.
Son of a bitch.
I think. Hold on. I don't know. Oh wait, I just got the update.
Oh.
And Indians are up 3-2. Guardians, sorry, are up 3-2 in the top of the 10th.
Okay. All right. So let's hold them out. Good. Yeah. So if you want your name to be mentioned on the show, do us a favor. Sign up for Patreon. Become one of those cool people whose names we just mentioned, who gets the bonus episodes. And we have a ton of bonus stuff coming. And I know I say that all the time, but we do. We actually have a bunch of episodes coming too, where we're like knocking them out right now, right? Yeah.
Even though it's been like a week and a half since.
I know. I wanted to gloss past that real fast, but thank you for making sure that was brought up.
Hey, man, look, we have to own up to our faults.
Yeah. Call it like it is.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So yeah, that's it. That's the show. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I want to know if anyone out there experiences those types of things. And, if you do, what happened?
Can I just say, John?
Yes.
I enjoyed it.
Well, thank you, sir. So stay safe out there, passengers. And as always, choo motherfuckers.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
I don't have anything to say right now.